Good evening, sports fans. It is Friday, September 15th, 2017. We are at Pinckney High School alongside Brian McPhee and Mr. Paul Zarati. I'm Dan Pelchat, Matt Boyer on camera, and we welcome you out to a big night of high school football here at the beautiful Pinckney High School. South Lyon coming in 0-3, taking on the 2-1 Pinckney Pirates tonight. And I got to tell you, Brian, I'm pretty impressed with the start for Pinckney moving back to the SEC this year.
Yeah, they've got a good start coming out at 2-1. They beat two Ypsilanti schools, and they lost a close one to Chelsea last week. Chelsea always been a tough school out there, and I believe it was just a one-score difference to them. So Pirates here have a good team this year.
Yeah, I took a look at some of the, I didn't look too much into it, the summaries or not, but I mean, they're putting up 30 points a game almost, and that could be a problem for South Lyon, who's had a little bit of a hard time controlling the big play. Now, looking ahead, Paul, you see any keys to the game you think the Lions should be looking for here tonight?
Well, I think it's just like you said, it's the big play, right? And you know, I missed the Lakeland game. I watched a little bit of your wonderful broadcast today, and again, you know, big plays hurt us. And I think back to the Kettering game. We fumbled before we went into the end zone. We fumbled and turned it over. They picked it up and scored. That was a 14-point swing right there. We're able to move the ball. We moved it against Kettering. They moved it against Lakeland. You just got to cut out those mistakes in the big plays.
Yeah, I agree with you. And then my other kind of key to the game is we've seen flashes from this team of what could be or can be. I think it's very important we put together 48 minutes here tonight.
Oh, most definitely. We got to protect the ball, play it up to our potential, which is really, you know, a high level of football. The other thing, you know, it might be a little kind of superstitious trend, but it always seems like the Pirates and South Lyon kind of trade off every year, no matter how good they are.
That's true.
You know, so we'll see what kind of game comes out here tonight. I know these kids are anxious to get a win under their belt, and you know, they have the potential to do it.
Well, we finally got some summer-like weather here as we are in the final weekend of summer in 2017. It's a nice balmy night here at Pinckney High School. South Lyon leads the all-time series in this one 22-9. We'll be back with the opening kickoff here in a moment. Zach Durek to kick off, number 52 for the Pinckney Pirates, and it'll be fielded by number 2, Michael Dancer. He's brought down rather quickly by the Pirate special team. South Lyon will start 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line. Fracassi out of the pistol. He'll give it to Will Kelly. 24, Will Kelly able to pick up, we'll call it 3 up the gut there between the tackles. Nice spot. We're going to call it 2nd and 6. We are just underway here at Pinckney High School. South Lyon in the road whites with the gold pants. Of course, Pinckney in the pirate black and white pants. Fracassi again out of the pistol. Another give to Will Kelly. And he'll bust his way through for another couple or 3 yards there.
Dan, they got some beef in that Pinckney front line there, and they're running right at him and having a little bit of success. So that's good to see.
I agree, Brian, and that's something you can build on. You know, you start punishing between the tackles, you can open up the play action.
And sometimes running right at those big guys, they don't have a lot of lateral move. We'll see how much they do here.
And it's a little warm out tonight, Brian. That can get them gassed a little early, too. Goings looking for an alleyway. He's going to be stopped short of the first. Picks up a pair, but it'll bring up 4th down and 3. We'll call it definitely a punting situation.
Yeah, not a bad possession.
Will Kelly will drop back deep to punt for South Lyon. Back to return for the Pirates, number 1, Nick Kane. He's a senior wide receiver and cornerback for the Pirates. That sounds like a name I remember from last year. Kelly gets off a low liner. Takes a South Lyon roll deep inside to about the 13-yard line. Will Kelly just has that trick down.
He does. He gets. We should start tracking rolls after hitting the turf. The way that he kicks that ball is kind of a rugby style, and we must have picked up another 20 yards on that punt.
And there's something to that. It's not a fluke. I would tell you he's batting over 600 on that type of punt.
Good to see Ronnie Menard back on defense out there. He sat out last week's game. And all these sophomores we got out here have a lot of game experience now behind them. So hopefully we see some of that start to unfold for them to the better.
Give to the tailback. Looks like number 24. I'm sorry, 20. That's Levi Collins. Quick first down there for the Pirates. They'll have it now 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line, we'll call it. It's like number 5 at quarterback for the Pirates, Jack Werzer.
That was Jack Schaefer with the tackle there. He got beyond the line of scrimmage and ran him down before he got, so it looked like a tackle for loss for him.
Jack Schaefer's really put together a nice season on the defensive side of the ball for sure. Werzer going to come out of the shotgun here. Oh, and they're going to get the Lions on an offsides call.
It's like Robbie Collage a little excited to get after that quarterback. We talk about the experience. That's where they get more reactive instead of having to think and hesitate. So we're going up against an experienced Pinckney team here, and good to have at least the 3 games that we do underneath us, and hopefully they're learning from the mistakes in that and the good stuff. Yeah. They've had plenty of good plays out there.
2nd down and 5 after the penalty. Werzer going to roll to the far side of the field, and he's got a man. It's number 1, Nick Kane. Will Kelly able to track him down with some help from 28, Jack Schaefer. But, yeah, I thought that name looked familiar, Brian, when he dropped back deep on the punt return. Nick Kane, he was a problem for us last year, I believe.
Yeah, and again, we almost had him on the rollout. Great pursuit by the lineman, and then in the secondary, we just let a guy get away from us.
Hey, do me a favor. I don't have my ripper. I'll take the
Pinckney knocking on the door here just outside the red zone. They got it 1st and 10 at the South Lyon 21. Give to the tailback, number 20, Levi Collins. Jake Newman in on the stop.
Michael Dancer also coming up from the safety spot there, and he's going to be key to help close down those sweeps by reading that quicker and getting up and shooting that gap up there.
8:09 and counting to play in this first quarter. If you're just joining us, we are scoreless at Pinckney High School. The Pinckney Pirates 2-1 taking on the South Lyon Lions 0-3 in this Week 4 matchup. We're going to get a quick whistle on that one as Collins is eaten up by 52, Ryan Jarl.
Another good play by the lineman there.
Well, possibility for the defense to hold them to a field goal attempt here on 3rd and short. Pinckney's got to get to the 11-yard line here for a first down.
Thank you. Is that in your nose? Turn your head? A cough? Hit her in the face. I need the other half from you. Need the ticket side, right? I take the side that says ticket.
Werzer goes quarterback option to the tailback, number 20. We got a late flag there. Now, Collins was able to punch that in, it looked like, on the far side, but it'll be interesting to see what this call is.
That was Levi Collins on the carry. He's a senior, 195 pounds, and he can move. I noticed that one play when Jake Newman stopped him. Jake's given up 45 pounds on that, so we're going to have to watch him tonight.
I completely agree, and there's no doubt about it. He's got some acceleration down there. Well, there's a couple things I love about that. I love the fact that that was a holding call. I'm also loving the fact that this official appears to be mic'd, so we don't have to guess what the call is.
Yeah. Our first game, our guesses were a little off there.
Man. I'll tell you what, it takes till week 4 to start remembering all the signals, you know? So that is great. So now the Pirates will face a 3rd and 11 from just outside the 20-yard line. They're going to air it out into the corner to Kane, and I believe they got him. Touchdown, Nick Kane in the back corner there.
And the coverage there just looked like some athleticism outdoing ours. Will Kelly was dropping back, trying to keep up with him, and the quarterback just put it in a great spot where only one person could get it.
So the Pirates able to go down the field on their first possession and really show you what they've been successful at, mixing the run and the pass, and they've got weapons in the backfield and at wideout. On for the extra point, number 52, Zach DeRoke. Bad snap, fire play to the far side, and dropped it. So the 2-point conversion attempt is no good. 6:59 remaining in this first quarter, and the Pinckney Pirates jump out to a quick 6-0 lead. Zach DeRoke to kick off for the Pirates. That'll be picked up by 81.
Brendan Locke.
Yes, sir. And way to be on his toes there. That was a line driver about chest high. And the Lions are going to get some decent field position out of that. They'll be starting 1st and 10 at about their own 34-yard line. And now the Lions, not a bad 3-and-out last time. Got some yardage. Definitely want to give the defense a little bit of a break here and hopefully stay on the field a little bit.
They need a little time of possession here for sure.
Connor Fracassi at quarterback, number 16. He'll be out in the pistol. Looks like Ian Goings, the deep back. Lock in motion. Fracassi will keep it on the quarterback option. Picks up a couple. .6:32 and counting to play in this first quarter. If you're just joining us, Pinckney Pirates have taken an early 6-0 lead on an impressive touchdown pass from Jack Werzer to Nick Kane on their first drive of the game. This is South Lyon's second possession. Trips to the near side for Fracassi. Snap juggled. Wisely just tucks it and runs. He's going to get some good yardage. Awfully close to a first down.
Looks like they may be right at it.
That's a little bit of maturity there on the part of Fracassi. A lot of times a younger quarterback, he'll get that bobble and then he'll catch it and he'll try to make some great play out of it. Instead, you tuck it and you go, and look at you almost got a first down.
That's a great point, Paul. That's, you know, and that's, I think that's what we're seeing as the games get under his belt a little more. They are going to rule that a first down for South Lyon at their own 44-yard line. Right at the 6-minute mark, they will wind the clock now that the chains are moved. On really what's just a beautiful night for football out here, I'm Dan Pelchat alongside Brian McPhee and Paul Zarate. Matt Boyer on camera. We thank you very much for joining us. Fracassi's pass complete. I believe that's Ryan Gill. Looks like a gain of about 6 or 7 there.
And Gill showing up as kind of a all-purpose back there. He's a good downhill runner and good with the out in the flat, those short passes.
I couldn't agree with you more. Definitely, he's proven himself as quite the utility back there. Can get you the power yardage, and right there, a little finesse with the nice catch.
Yep, it makes for a great second down and 4 yards. Yeah.
Give is to Goings, and he is going to be hit pretty hard right at the sticks. Looked like number. I like that. Number 44, Jake Mugrabi on the hit. 3rd down and 1 for the Lions. Into Pirate territory for the first time this evening at their 47-yard line as we approach the 4.5-minute mark here in the first quarter. Pirates leading the Lions 6-0. Lions go 5 wide. Design quarterback draw, and it's there. Fracassi has the first down and a little bit more across the 40-yard line.
Fracassi's really proven himself as a pretty tough runner, and I think he's gained some confidence with that play as well. So as they can mix that's how that option works, that V or the pistol. You got to have a running quarterback.
I like that call by Greeno there. You know, it was a little bit of a misdirection, but it was a low risk misdirection. That you got the jet, didn't even really fake the ball. You just got the defense moving that way. Fracassi goes back to the other side.
Yeah, you did a real good job of reading the lanes too, and just tucked it and ran. Big play for the first down. Lions now inside the 40 at the Pinckney 38-yard line, as we're just under 4 minutes now in the first quarter. Fracassi back to pass, has a man. Brendan Locke, he's down inside the 20 to the 15, and a nice play there on the slant route.
It really was, and you saw Fracassi there look off a couple of receivers, which really helped keeping Locke open. He was looked like his second choice, even though he may have been his first. He looked over to the flat first, and Locke was wide open.
Lions' first trip inside the red zone this evening, marked at about the 13-yard line. 1st and 10. 3:37 and counting to play in this first quarter. Will Kelly, the lone back behind Fracassi. And he'll get the carry. Muscles his way down to about the 6.
That was a great block by Trevor Weiss there. That opened up that hole. He took his man, he pinned him to the inside, and the back saw the hole and hit it.
I got to imagine when you're sitting in film the week coming up to play in South Lyon and you're matching up with Weiss, you're hitting a little extra protein in meals that week.
Yeah.
Big opportunity here for the Lion offense. Trips to the far side. Fracassi out of the gun. Gives to Gill. He's going to be awfully close to a Lion first down. So we got a hat rolling around down there.
Nice run. Again, a good block in there by Will Kelly to help spring him, create a lane that he can almost get into the end zone on.
They are going to rule that 3rd down. Call me old school, but I'm loving a measurement here, and maybe that's what we're going to get. We are. All right. So after the measurement, looking at 1st and goal for the Lions.
Good call there, Dan. It was probably the Homer chain gang that kept it short, but
Yep.
Good measurement.
Direct snap, Will Kelly, and he's awfully close to the goal line. They are going to mark him about a yard shy. I like the mixing it up there with a little bit of the Wildcat look. 2nd down and goal for the Lions. 2 minutes and counting left in this first quarter.
And that's what experience does for you. It lets you open up the playbook a little more. The more they learn, the more they can execute.
Kelly, the deep back. Fracassi out of the pistol. They give it to Kelly, and they were keyed on him big time. Big man 54 in there for Pinckney, who's actually not on our roster. Brent Walter.
So 3rd and 3, we'll see what they dial up here.
I'm always a fan of the sprint out option in this situation. especially with Fracasse's ability to run. Trips to the far side. James Haddock, the lone wideout to the right. Kelly in motion. And, had his man. Decision time for the coaching staff, and I don't think there's really much of a decision here. You take the points.
Yeah, especially with a 6-point game there. One more of these and you can tie it up. So 3 points is huge.
Yeah. Well, that shows you what there is the block out there. I didn't think they were going to kick there for a second. So 81, Brendan Locke on for the field goal. Be about a 20-yarder. It is up, and it is good with 44 seconds left here in the first quarter. The Pinckney Pirates lead the South Lyon Lions 6-3.
Our best first quarter of the year. Coaches and players really got to be fired up out there and feeling good about this.
Yeah, that was a great drive. We talked about a time of possession drive, and they did it, right? They took us right down to the end of the quarter. Shame we couldn't put the ball in the end zone. But like Brian said, now we're down a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do.
That's a great point. I'm glad you recalled that, because that was a great drive. Hopefully those, the defensive players that aren't going both ways recharge the batteries. So let's see what we can do here defensively now on Pinckney's second drive. 81, Brendan Locke to kick off for South Lyon. Liner rolling towards out of bounds, and it gets there. Pinckney will start first and 10 at their own 35-yard line with 44 seconds left to play in this first quarter. They lead it over South Lyon 6-3. Pinckney comes out in the gun. Draw play to 20. Levi Collins.
Whistle seemed a little quick there, huh, Paul?
Yeah, well, the magic bean popped out, but Wurzer came up with it anyhow, so.
We'll call it a gain of 2, second down and 8 for the Pirates. If you'd have told me Pinckney's going back to the SEC, regardless of what division they're in, that they'd start the season out 2-1, I would have told you, I probably would have taken that bet. So they've proven they've got a senior-laden team here. Flag on the play.
Looked like there was some movement by Pinckney.
This line judge has us, it looks like. So that's going to be 5 against the Lions. Make it second down and 2 or 3. Just 9/10 of a second left here in the first quarter.
So those are the mistakes that we talked about at the top of the show. I mean, even, just those mental mistakes. Right now you give them down a second down and 3 instead of second down and 8. And these are the things that keeps the drive alive. It happened to him on the last possession, too, when it was third down and we had a big penalty. So got to keep your head about you.
Couldn't agree more. That's going to wrap it up for the first quarter. Your score, the Pinckney Pirates 6, the South Lyon Lions 3. We'll be back with the second quarter here in a moment at Pinckney High School. Second down, we'll call it 4 for the Pirates. Give us their tailback number 20, Levi Collins. And he's able to grind his way through there for about 4.5 and a Pirate first down.
Collins, the ball carrier, gets the first down.
We are just underway here in the second quarter. I'm Dan Pelchat alongside Paul Zarati, Brian McPhee, and of course Matt Boyer on camera. Bringing you this LVCsports.com presentation. Pirates with the ball at their own 46-yard line. Their second possession of the game. Plenty of time. Fires complete on the comeback route. That's number 1, Nick Kane, working the near sideline. Be first down, Pinckney at the South Lyon 41-yard line.
A little too much time to throw the ball on that one.
Number 22 with the carry this time. That's Sal Petrino.
Ball carrier number 22 is South Lyon.
Looked like Mitch Kamoris on the stop for South Lyon.
Yeah, but he did a good job of sealing that end off, and although the Pirates had a wall out there, it looked like they shut it down.
2nd down and 6.
Hey, somebody wanted me here. Sorry about that, man. He just kept grabbing me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pirates out of the gun, 5 wide. Sails on him a little bit as that one was intended for Nick Kane.
Pinckney got a little lucky there because Nick jumped before that ball was snapped, but the ref didn't call it. It was right in front of him.
Brings up 3rd down and 6. 10:34 to play in this second quarter. Lions trail the Pirates 6-3.
Lions did a good job of shifting and covering. I was watching the D-backs and how they covered and rotated on that. They did a pretty good job of keeping them covered.
Back out of the gun. Quick little drag route, and he's got a man. That's number 23, Nolan Hoteling. Excuse me. That drag route's tough to cover. I don't care what level you're playing at.
Well, that was good reaction by Wurzer. He had pressure coming up the middle, and he just threw right to where the pressure was coming from, and that's what you're trained to do.
Pinckney will have it 1st and 10, just outside the Lion 20, and we're going to get a timeout on the field. South Lyon, I believe that's their first. We'll step out for a quick break, too. 10:13 to play, second quarter. Pinckney leads South Lyon 6-3. First and 10, Pirates, the South Lyon 22. Number 2, Alex Wassel. I mean, you can't beat that type of gain on 1st down. Pickup of about 5. 2nd down. 5 to go at the Lions' 17-yard line. Twins each side. Wurzer out of the gun. Takes the play call from the sideline here. 9:36 and counting to play second quarter. Little floater, incomplete, and great coverage there. Number 15.
It's Ronnie Menard.
Thank you. We are
out last week, and yeah, they still haven't added him to the roster.
No, that's
but
my fault. I brought an old one. That's on me. I will take full responsibility for that. Sorry, Ronnie. Great. He was right there, though, to put a smack on him. And very wisely, not targeting, just leading with the shoulder pad, just to let him know, hey, here I am.
right,
And
no freebies out there.
Well, and I got to imagine that's really tough. I know the kids are taught to not do that. It looks like there's a flag down there at about the 16-yard line I missed.
I didn't see that either. I'm not sure. Looks like it's maybe against us. They're going to march off 5 yards.
And they're holding against the defense. That'd be an automatic 1st down.
And they call it against number 4, Gill, who plays nose guard when he's on defense. I thought you were allowed to use your hands on defense.
Yeah. Well, Lion defense, he's going to face some adversity now on the short 1st and goal from the 9. Give to Collins. He's able to pick up a couple there. Looked like 54. Mitchell Hanna in on the stop for South Lyon. We'll call it 2nd and goal from the 6. 9 minutes and counting to play in this second quarter. Pinckney leads South Lyon 6-3. Werzer out of the gun. He's got Levi Collins to his right. Now shifts to the left. They're going to go quarterback designed run to the left side, and they're going to get a cowboy collar there on South Lyon.
Quarterback Jack Werzer on the keeper. Just down here the 2-yard line. There's penalty flag on the field.
Personal opinion, not the worst one I've seen, but
I was just going to say, he didn't reach inside. He was kind of around the outside of the shoulder pads, I thought.
I agree with you, and that's kind of the way I saw it. Oh, hey, I don't know anything that I'm talking about. And that has been proven once again. A huge holding penalty against the Pirates, and that's going to give the Lion defense a little breathing room here.
Yeah, that cowboy collar, you have to actually bring him down by that. So the fact that he fell forward pretty much eliminated that call, I hope. And it was against them, so we're in great shape from what was going to be.
Well, and let me just go to the excuse bank. You know, you watch enough football of all the levels anymore. You don't know what targeting is. I don't know what a cowboy collar is anymore. And just with the timing of that flag coming out, it was just like, well, that's got to be what it was. So luckily for the Lion defense, it wasn't. 2nd and goal for the Pirates now, backed up to the 15. Rolls to the near side, fires, nearly picked off by Newman, who jumped that route.
I think that was Kelly.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Over on this
you're
side,
right.
yeah.
Thank you.
No, and the coverage rolled there again where Kelly came up and took the flat. Ronnie Menard had the deep guy, and they did a great job of covering, and Werzer tried to whistle it in there, and Kelly did a great job of jumping the route.
That was great pressure in the backfield, too. Number 61 was in his face, forced the throw.
Good effort by the boys up front to get in there. 3rd down and goal now for the Pirates from the 15-yard line. Trips to the near side. 8:02 left to play in this 2nd quarter. Werzer fires, incomplete. Had a man, but number 2, Michael Dancer, able to get in there and create some contact on 23, Nolan Hottling. And it brings up 4th down.
A great play by Michael Dancer there. Had a little bit of a rough game last week, but he was right there and busted that one up. We're calling a lot of numbers tonight here. You know, it just shows that they're coming together as a team, and everybody's making plays out there, which is what it takes to win.
Pinckney going to line up here for about a 32-yarder from the far, which is the left hash. Number 52, Zach DeRoke. An impressive kick, and it is up, and it is good. And I'll tell you what, if you can kick like that from inside 40, that's a nice weapon to have. Pinckney will go up 9-3 with 7:53 remaining to play in this 2nd quarter. So the Lions have opted to have Pinckney re-kick the ball from 5 yards back.
You know, with the speed that we have back there, I don't think it's a bad call.
No,
Between Dancer and Goins, we got Jake Newman, and then you have Brendan Locke out there. All these guys can run. So if you get in their hands, make something happen. We've seen Dancer make a good return this year already.
Pinckney coaches are screaming that Locke's knee was down. I got to tell you, it was pretty darn close.
Yeah, it looked like it, but no whistle blew, so.
Nope. And
like
so
you say, go until you hear the whistle.
Nope. And Brian, you were right. The gamble paid off. South Lyon will get 10 yards out of the deal. They'll start 1st and 10 at their own 45. 7:48 left to play in this 2nd quarter. Lions' 3rd possession of the game. Great field position to start off here. Goings in motion. He'll take the jet sweep. Picks up a couple, makes it 2nd down and 8.
He gets to that corner pretty quick. He could just get to that next level. He's an exciting guy to see with the ball in his hands.
Looks like Goings again. He's able to grind his way through for 4 or 5 there. A nice run up the gut there.
That was. And right through the big guys. So that seems to be their bread and butter this game.
Looks like we do have a timeout on the field. I'm not getting a signal for who, though.
It wasn't a TV timeout.
Now they're whining. It's usually they'll at least give you the shoulder tap so you know it's an official's timeout. So 3rd down and 3. Lions line up. They got trips to the near side. Fracassi gives to Goings, and he's got a little room. 30, 20. Going to be chased down from behind, but not until he's inside the 15 to about the 10-yard line. And there's that explosiveness you were talking about, Brian.
You get to that next level with that kid, and all kinds of excitement happens.
The way Pinckney's been playing our receivers, the corner's been playing really tight, and even the safety's been coming up. So you bust through the line like that, and you got some room, and Ian took advantage of it.
And if you got the shiftiness and speed like he does, I mean, you make a guy miss, and there you go. 6:34 and counting now. South Lyon 1st and goal at the Pirate 8. It's a great call, Paul. Oh, looks like a broken play, but Fracassi going to make the most of it. He's in for the line touchdown. All right.
Oh, yeah. Well, we got the ball bouncing our way a little bit this week. Great play by Fracassi. As I think, Paul, you said earlier, he's really maturing and knowing what to do with that. Rather than try to keep the play going and throwing or looking for the handoff, he's just protecting the ball and getting what yardage you can. And Pinckney didn't know where to go. All those broken plays sometimes confuse both sides of the ball.
Well, number 81, Brendan Locke, will come on for the extra point. We're knotted up at 9 right now. 6:22 remaining in the 2nd quarter. The extra point is up and good. And so the Lions take a lead, 10-9. I don't know. I was going to say, is it their first lead of the year? Okay.
I believe it is.
And that's great. And a very impressive quick drive there after the good field position. And Ian Goings and Connor Fracassi making things happen.
We talked about the sophomores up on here starting for the first time, but you got a lot of juniors that they're getting their first year experience at the varsity level, Goings being one of those, and the experience from the first 3 games has really paid off for them. So it's an exciting time to see what this team's going to do.
Number 81, Brendan Locke, to kick off for South Lyon. And he's going to hammer one. Kane will field it inside his own 5-yard line. He's got a little room here to the near side. Nick Kane to the 40 across midfield, cuts back, and he is gone. Number 1, Nick Kane, will go 97 yards on the kickoff return to put the Pirates back up front. Number 52, Zach DeRoke, up on for the extra point. We got a timeout. Pinckney on the field. We'll step out for a break too. So after the timeout, Pinckney has opted to go for 2 here. Wurzer out of the gun. He fires the slant route. It's Nick Kane. He's got it. And the Pirates will go up 17-10 now with 6:06 to play in the second quarter as they answer right back with a special teams house call.
That special teams play, those guys got to stay in their lanes, make sure they don't go too deep, and that's a perfect video for kids to learn from. Not to mention a very skilled kid running the ball.
Absolutely. Line drive fielded by Locke, I believe, 81. He's going to fight his way up to about the 40.
So good field position again to start the drive, and it's what we've been talking about. Some adversity. How do you respond? That's the question.
Yeah, I'm right there with you, Paul. The kids, we're in week 4 now. It'll be interesting to see how they respond. They got their first taste of a lead, although it was short. My apologies. I'm a little superstitious. So we got 6 minutes even before the half. Both teams with 2 timeouts, and the Pirates got a 7-point lead here. Fracassi. That's Schaefer, I believe, 28. Running hard there.
28, Jack.
Definitely has a first down to about midfield. Movement looks like the Lions.
Looks like Ryan Gerald jumped there.
Back them up 5.
You got a 400-pound man to hit. You kind of want a head start on him.
I can't blame him. Absolutely. First down and 15, though, for South Lyon now after they walk off the penalty. 5:32 and counting in this second quarter. Fracassi, twins to each side, and we're going to get some movement again. And it'll be South Lyon again. Lions are looking at 1st and 20 now after a pair of false starts. They'll go trips to the far side.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Fracassi rolls to the right, fires towards Ian Goings, and nearly had him on the teardrop pass. Will bring up 2nd down and 20 and also stop the clock at 4:58 to play in this second quarter.
Not a bad call there, try and get that back on 1st down. We'll just have to see. It makes for an ugly 2nd down, though.
Yeah, I hear you on that, Brian, too. You're right. I mean, we really haven't stretched the field too much yet. Maybe catch him a little bit off guard on that play call, especially with going speed to the flag route. I like that route, too. Fracassi trips again to the far side. Schaefer, the lone back, he'll take the handoff, and he is eaten up. 64 in company. Marcus Ford.
That's the big guy in the center at, Thursday's program had him at 400. Friday's program has a 405.
Well, yesterday's program didn't have Thursday's dinner.
Yeah.
We'll call it 3rd and 21 now for South Lyon. 4:24 and counting left in this second quarter. Lions trail the Pinckney Pirates 17-10.
Come on, D!
It has been an exciting first half, though, to say the least. Fracassi fires far sideline, incomplete, intended for Locke.
And he took a hit there after he delivered that ball.
Pinckney's really mixing up on their coverage. 2 plays ago, we had trips to the far side, and they were man up with no safety over the top. Now that play there, they're playing a regular cover 2. They had a man deep, so a little difficult in terms of a chess match here for some play calling.
Well, and I got to imagine they're thinking we got a sophomore quarterback back there. Let's try and keep him guessing. 24 Will Kelly deep to punt, able to get that one out of there. Fair catch called for at the 32-yard line by number 1 Nick Kane. And that's where the Pirates will start 1st and 10 with 3:59 left to play in this second quarter. They lead it over South Lyon 17-10. Oh, Werzer sells the old what's up play. Double pass over to him. He's wide open. Just the way they draw it up, boys.
That caught the defense just flat as a board out there, and they executed it perfectly.
You're right. I mean, when you draw that play up, that can't be done any better. Great timing, all that type of stuff. I mean, what can you say? Pirates strike quickly. A 68-yard touchdown on the double pass to the starting quarterback, Jack Werzer. Pinckney jumps up 23-10 with the point after to follow. 52, Zach DeRoke. Kick is up, and it is good. So with 3:47 now left in the second quarter, the Pinckney Pirates lead the South Lyon Lions 24-10. 52 DeRourke to kick off. Will be fielded by number 5, Ian Goings. Looking for a lane. He's going to be able to get up to about the 26-yard line. Lions will start 1st and 10 with 3:43 remaining in this second quarter. Alongside Paul Zarate and Brian McPhee, I'm Dan Pelchat. Of course, Matt Boyer on camera, bringing you this LVCsports.com broadcast here on September 15th, 2017 at Pinckney High School. Week 4 of the Michigan High School Athletic Association football season. It's not every day you get to match up with a team that's been in your conference 3 times and is no longer in your conference.
No.
Fracassi going to lose the handle on the snap. We're going to get a stoppage immediately for a false start.
We can't go in until it's
Just to finish that, and the Lions obviously catch a break there. Of course, the Lions and Pinckney were in the SEC together before they ever joined the KVC. Spent some time together in the KVC and, of course, the KLAA. Now the Lions over in the Lakes Valley Conference, and Pinckney has returned to the Southeast Conference. Lions will face a 1st down and 15 now. 3:41 to go in this second quarter. Pirates up 24-10. Fracassi back to pass. Play was broken up by number 3, Jared Hess. Read that inside screenplay very well.
Second down and 15.
Fracassi out of the pistol. Schaefer the lone back. Little fade route. Incomplete. Intended for number 15.
Ronnie Menard.
Thank you. Third down and 15 for South Lyon. Their own 20-yard line. Going to spread it out here out of the gun. Fracassi, 3-step drop, fires. Well covered, but nearly able to reel it in. Hard to see the number till he stands up here, and that's Ronnie Menard again.
Yep.
Heck of an effort, because I'll tell you what, I didn't catch the number of the Pirate in coverage, but he was right on him.
Well, they had the safety in the corner over there that rotated to follow him over. A better choice might have been over the middle with Brendan Locke, who had a height advantage and was open for a little bit, but just one of those experience things. And now here's where the coaches are going to earn their money, keeping these kids in the ball game. When you get a 2-point difference, half is starting to close out.
Kelly doing his best to impress the Screen Actors Guild there. Not going to get it, though, unfortunately. Got a good punt off still, though.
And great coverage on it. He had a Dancer and Newman down there. Also number 11 for us, Will Madsen, all converging on Mr. Nick Kane.
3:22 left to play in the second quarter. Pirates lead it 24-10.
3:22 remaining in the first half.
Werzer with the toss on the jet sweep. He's got a man, and there's a flag back behind the play. Number 2, Alex Wassel.
Down to the top line, 47 yards.
Going to be holding against the Pirates.
And hopefully that's why that corner was open. We've done a pretty good job of shutting it down tonight. It's been our weakness in earlier games. Tonight it's been pretty much shut down.
Penalty will back the Pirates up about 10. Little more. They got it at 1st and 21 on the board here. Clock starts to run, 3:10 and counting to play in the second quarter. Pirates lead it by 14, 24-10 on a couple big plays late in the second quarter. Has a man on the seam route. Michael Dancer in there to make the stop, but not before number 23, Nolan Hautelling, is able to get into Lion territory. And then the Pirates are going to go hurry up after the ball gets spotted. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Timeout, South Lyon, their second. We'll take a break too. 2:49 left to play in this second quarter. Pirates driving, and they lead it 24-10. Oh, the Lions are able to get home, and it's big 51, Michael Gasner.
Great to see them put some pressure on there and get to the quarterback.
Werzer tried to step up around him, and he was able to just get his big paw on him, drag him to the ground. Really what the Lion defense needed there for some more breathing room. 2:15 and counting. Pirates looking at 2nd and 20. They've got to get to the Lion 17 for a first down. Werzer on the toss jet sweep. Number 2, that's Wassel again.
Still 3rd and long.
Yeah, able to get a chunk of it back. They'll be looking at 3rd down and 13. Has Nick Kane in the end zone. Touchdown, Pirates. A beautiful ball from Werzer. Hung it up and just let him run underneath it. Tough matchup for anyone. One-on-one coverage there, and Kane able to showcase his talents there.
I don't know what his 40 time, but that kid's got some wheels.
Yep.
Because he outran Goins out there.
Yeah. Well, we know his speed, so a big night for Nick Kane. He's got a kickoff return for a touchdown. He's thrown for a touchdown, now has a receiving touchdown. 1:14 left to play in this first half, and the Pirates now leading at 31-10. Pinckney set to kick off here, number 52, Zach DeRoke. Ball will be fielded by Michael Dancer. He's got a lane.
Move.
And he's got a chance here across midfield to the 40. Inside the 30, 20, 10, tripped up just inside. A heck of an effort by number 30.
Jared Hess.
Wow. Because we know that Dancer's got some speed too. You want to talk about pursuit angles, and you're taking whatever angle you want. You still got to have the wheels to get there.
So, good job by the rest of the team not to clip or throw any kind of holding or anything. It's very tempting when you see a guy open like that and someone running up the back to try and clip them off.
Well, and anymore now, if you get the defenseless guy that maybe doesn't see what's going on, you can get flagged for that now too. Right. So a big spark for the Lions there by number 2, Michael Dancer. Fracassi out of the pistol. Is that Will Kelly? And he's going to fight his way into the end zone.
He was not going to be denied. That was all Will.
You had Trevor pulling on that. Will got right beside him and followed him into the end zone. Beautiful.
Well, no nonsense. Powered in, and the Lions able to answer here after taking a few heavy blows. With 58 seconds left to play in this second quarter, the Lions are able to get it back to a 2-possession ball game. Extra point here to follow. Locke hurrying up onto the field for the extra point. Oh! Extra point is no good. Your score with 58 seconds left to play in this second quarter at Pinckney High School. The Pinckney Pirates 31, the South Lyon Lions 16. Yes. Kickoff fielded by number 23. We got a flag almost immediately. 28, that's Jack Schaefer in on the tackle. That was Nolan Haught-telling. Normally when they adjust the location of the flag, early indication it's going to be a hold or a clip, spot foul. Let's see what we get here. It will be holding against the Pirates. We'll back them up to their own 20-yard line. They do have 2 timeouts, excuse me.
And on that kick return coverage, you could see the outside guy went just a little bit too deep. you can't go deeper than the ball carrier. And he did. He got his hands on him, but it was, in a weak, you didn't have the leverage in order to make the tackle. Good thing for the hold.
Well, we'll have to see what Jack Werzer and the Pirates are thinking here with 50 seconds left. They do have 2 timeouts at their own 20. Handoff to number 20, Levi Collins. And it looks as if the Pirates will be content to take a 2-score lead to the half. Pirates will kneel on it with 10 seconds left. We'll head to the half. Your score, the Pinckney Pirates 31. Your South Lyon Lions 16. We'll be back with the second half after this. Number 10, Connor Harris, going to get things started here in the second half. And that's Nick Kane. Young man has a kickoff return already earlier this evening. But the Lions able to keep him pretty well contained there on that one.
Yeah, they did a good job of staying in their lanes. A couple missed tackles there, but it slowed him down and let his teammates come in and help out.
We are just underway here in the third quarter. Alongside Paul Zarate and Brian McPhee, I'm Dan Pelchat, Matt Boyer on camera, welcoming you back for the second half here at Pinckney High School this evening. The Pirates lead South Lyon 31-16. As we get started here, Pirates will start 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line. Number 20, Levi Collins. Will move the chains to about the 28-yard line.
That was just old hard-nosed football up the middle, and Levi Collins doing a good job of running the ball.
Pirates go trips to the near side. Give again on the option, flag in there.
The Lions did a good job that time of filling those gaps. And that's what they have to do. They have to take their gaps, fill them, and then let the linebackers do the cleaning up out there.
See what the call is. Personal foul against the Lions for face masking. So the Pirates will jump out to their own 45-yard line with a 1st and 10. 11:34 and counting left in this third quarter. Designed quarterback run. Picks up a couple. Looked like 54 was in there on the stop for South Lyon. Mitchell Hanna.
Another good job of closing down that outside. This is the first no-huddle offense I think we've seen this year, and so for these young Lions, it's something for them to get used to.
Give to the tailback. 22 fights his way through a couple tackles across the 40 down to the 37-yard line. That's Sal Paterno. Paterino?
Paterino, it
All right.
looks like.
Thank you, Brian. Either way, a first down for the Pirates into Lion territory at the 37-yard line. Man in motion, he'll get the toss on the sweep. Able to pick his way through the Lion defense for a gain of 7.
And Jake Newman knocked him out of bounds out there.
Nice smack on the far sideline by Newman.
Last
Second.
week we did a better job of stretching that out and using the sideline as your friend. They're getting a little too many yards on this play.
Well, it's a little bit of a different look, too, than I think we saw last week. They're going with that inside, almost like a toss to the man in motion, whereas, and I may be wrong, I thought last week it was more on the outside, back behind the quarterback, but maybe
Yes.
I may be wrong. Either way, 2nd down and 4 for the Pirates. It's another tough run there by Levi Collins.
It's 2 plays in a row, though. We've got guys in the backfield that have their hands on the runner. It's a matter of wrapping them up or at least hanging on long enough for help to come.
Pinckney will face a 3rd and 1. Now inside the Lion 30. 9:51 and counting left to play in this 3rd quarter. Bad snap.
That snap.
It's going to be a foot race, and it's loose. Oh! And the Lions are able to jump on it. Number 61, that's David Rendy. We actually just got his number updated thanks to you, Brian.
Well, that was a heads-up play. He was just a race for the football. Quarterback tried to pick it up, and they always tell you, just fall on it. And David Rendy did.
Did exactly as he's told, and the Lions are going to have great field position now. 9:42 left in this 3rd quarter. They'll be starting 1st and 10 at the Pirate 45. Gill in motion. Like Schaefer with a nice run there.
Yeah, his yards per carry tonight have got to be fantastic. I think it's his 3rd time carrying the ball, and he's got about 30 yards.
That'll be enough to move the chains there. 1st and 10 now down to the 35. Fracassi out of the pistol. Give to Schaefer again. He's able to bust his way through. On his feet still inside the 10 to about the 6-yard line, and a impressive run again.
Yep. I saw shirts on that jersey pulling backwards, and there wasn't any stopping that kid.
Good downfield blocking by Ronnie Menard there. Gave him a few extra yards.
Lions knocking on the door now at the Pirate 5. 9:23 left in this 3rd quarter. They go back to Schaefer. He's met with some resistance there immediately.
Well, maybe went to the well one too often. You know, the Lions got to be a tough team to scout because they're changing every week. They're getting better. They're introducing new players, new plays, mixing it up, and like this is their best game of the year so far. So they're really playing well out there, I think.
I would agree with you on that on several things. I think it would be tough to plan for this team because they shuffle up the skill position players so often. Fracassi, he will have Schaefer behind him in the pistol. Gill is the man in motion. They go back to Schaefer, and he is in for the Lion touchdown with 8.5 to play left in the third quarter. And the Lions have now cut this down to a 9-point game.
I hope someone got the picture of his jersey being pulled back and him just keep running.
Yeah, give Jack a lot of credit on that drive, but look at the offensive line too. They are giving them holes to get to, right? And that's what it's about, playing like a team.
I agree with you, Paul, and Brian, both of you guys. I mean, Schaefer's tough downhill running after he's able to get to the linebackers in the secondary. It's tough to bring him down, and he was able to gash them for some large gains there. Here's a huge extra point. And it is good. Number 10, Connor Harris, knocks it home. And with 8.5 to play in the third, we got a one-possession ball game.
Great way to start the second half here. The defense did their job thanks to a turnover by Pinckney. And then the offense just kept doing what they did in the first half and moved the ball right down the field. So as Paul pointed out, the line looks like it's coming alive and doing their job.
Connor Harris on to kick off for the Lions. Pinckney Pirates leading South Lyon 31-23 with 8.5 to go left in the third, and the kick coverage all over that one for South Lyon. Kane brought down about the 23-yard line, and that's where the Pirates will start 1st and 10.
Yep, good coverage there. They stayed in their lanes. He didn't have anywhere to go, and we held him right there with the 27 or 25-yard line. So.
Big drive here for this defense. Wurzer out of the gun, man in motion. They fake it to him. Wurzer will keep it on the quarterback run. He's got a lane, cuts it back across midfield, across the 45, into Lion territory.
They sent everything in motion to the left side, and the quarterback just pulled it down in the naked boot, and that hole was wide open. I'm not sure what the defense was supposed to do there, but it may not have been that.
Well, and I wouldn't have blamed them if they'd have been keen on that jet sweep that's been pretty effective for 4 to 6, 7 yards today. And the senior quarterback, whether it was his option or just designed, able to take advantage of it. Back to pass, he fires, incomplete, and a flag.
Well, the Pinckney fans are calling for a holding on us.
Lions will be flagged for pass interference. 7:56 to play in this third quarter. Pirates lead the Lions by 8, 31-23. And the Pirate offense on the move again, though. Pass broken up. Looks like 55.
Robbie
Kala.
Kala.
Yep, Robbie Kala on that play. Nice play. Would have been easy to bite on that play action up the middle, but he was still home there to get his hands on the ball. Levi Collins able to get out to the corner. Picks up 11 or 12.
And Pinckney did a good job with the seal block out there. DN could not get off that block to turn that play inside.
It's up to first down for Pinckney.
Pirates will have it 1st and 10 inside the Lion 20 now. Marked at the 18. That's Collins again, a little stutter step, then able to pick up another 7 yards down to about the 11-yard line.
Hey, there's a battle down there in the trenches with Trevor Weiss and number 72 for Pinckney, a couple of 300-pounders.
Three-step drop quickly to the outside on the comeback route, or a little hitch, sorry. Complete. Makes it 1st and goal for the Pirates at about the Lion 5.
That was a good call there, the way the cornerbacks were playing off the receiver. He just had to step across the line, and cornerback had to come back to that play. But did a good job, but no gain after the catch.
Werzer back to pass, fires, has who else? Nick Kane in the back of the end zone. His 2nd receiving touchdown of the night.
And there was a different height advantage over our guys there. And not only can the guy run, he can jump.
Werzer's been impressive. He's putting the ball where only his guy can get it right now, and yeah, Kane went up and got that one.
Paul, you're absolutely right. I've been very impressed by the 5'10 senior at quarterback today, whether it's on his decision making, on throwing the ball, and running the ball. And Nick Kane is just he is a matchup nightmare.
Again, there you got a senior quarterback, a senior receiver. They've been playing together probably since their Little League days.
Right.
And they know where each other is going to be at.
6:11 left to play here in the third. The Pirates jump back out, 38-23. 52, Zach DeRoke to kick off for the Pirates. Liner to the near side. It's knocked down by Dancer. And he is met at the 23-yard line.
Brian, you mentioned these kids have been playing together for a long time. Down at halftime, I was down by the concession stand, ran into some of last year's players. Alex Ruddy was down there. Carlos Zarate, my son's here tonight, out wandering the sidelines. A good thing to see them coming back, cheering on their alma mater.
I agree with you there, Paul. It's always good to see the former players back. Looked like some early motion there. False start will back the Lions up 5. Fracassi going to roll to his right. Trying to find something downfield, but nobody there. And the Pirates are able to get to him. Wisely probably just ate that one.
Yeah, that's one, Dan. What you'll see as Connor gets older, he's outside the pocket. He knows there's nobody open. He's just got to throw that ball out of bounds, right? Not even take the hit.
Yep. Throw it to your coach.
.5:26 and counting left to play in this third quarter. Lions looking at a 2nd and long here. Fracassi has a man, and in and out, and a flag.
Yes. No sense hitting that after he dropped the ball. That's one of those rules to protect the receiver.
Well, let me get on my soapbox here. I got to tell you, that's probably pretty tough as a secondary player to not do that. But you're up 2 scores, and if you haven't been taught that yet, he just is going to learn that lesson right there in film this week because, this Pinckney team looks pretty good. They might be playing in some meaningful games down the stretch, and you won't be able to have mistakes like that.
Correct. Back when I played with a leather helmet, we have helmets? That was a legal hit.
I was going to say,
all day long.
Grandfathered those in, right?
Right, exactly. But, you just mentioned, going down the stretch, or it's not to the stretch yet, but we're looking at another playoff team here.
I would agree with you.
Every game we've had so far has been a team destined for the playoffs.
So oddly enough, that wasn't a first down on that penalty, I guess. 3rd down and 5. Pass is complete to the far sideline. Looks like Brendan Locke. Depending on the spot, though, he looked like he might have been a yard or so shy of that. Oh, they're going to give it to us. Okay. And depending on how he got swung out of bounds, he may have been in front of that. It's tough to tell here as we're, of course, over on the far side. Nice play there for the Lion offense to convert that 3rd down and keep the drive alive. Under 5 minutes to go now in the 3rd. 4:51 and counting. Fracassi will have trips to the near side. Some tough running there in the middle. There's Jack Schaefer again.
And Trevor Weiss is not making any friends out there. He's getting to the next level with his guy, doing a great job of blocking up front.
Oh, and he tripped up as he was coming through the line there.
Paul, good call on the blitz there, and that's something that, again, as you gain experience, and Connor can call some audibles out there, is when he sees that, then, as we saw Pinckney do earlier, they had a pass right over the middle where the blitzing guy was, and they had a big play.
Lions are looking at 3rd down and 6. 3:30 and counting remaining in this 3rd quarter. Lions trailing the Pirates 38-23. Fracassi under pressure. Able to find Ian Goings. Great job coming back to the ball. And a 1st down for the Lions.
Boy, that was a big play there, Dan. We were about to stall out on that drive, give Pinckney the ball back. Instead, Connor scrambles, keeps his eyes up the field, finds an open receiver, and get a 1st down.
Yes, it was a big play. We got a motley crew here up here. 1st and 10 now for the Lions at their own 48-yard line. Oh, we got helmets flying down there. And some flags now. 28 Jack Schaefer on the ball carry. Be interesting to see how this plays out here. A couple flags.
Looks like they're going to march it off against us. We'll get the call here from the ump.
So did you understand that?
Yes, only because I saw it a couple of years ago when one of our players lost his helmet and he kept going into the play. And once you lose your helmet, you have to immediately dismiss yourself in the play.
Okay.
Just sit there, but you cannot engage at all.
Gotcha.
Safety issue.
And that makes sense, but yeah, I had a hard time hearing it, so I'm glad you did.
It's hard for these kids not to, to stop, whether you have your helmet on or not.
Little fade route here to Goings. Did he pull that in?
Yes, he did.
What a great play. And
Came back on the ball. It was thrown a little short, whether intentionally or not, but it worked out great. And Ian really stole that from the defensive back.
yeah, I agree. I think he was able to adjust to it quicker and makes a great play to get the Lions back into a manageable down and distance here.
Yeah, I kind of been waiting for that, Dan. They got their corners playing so tight on us. The safety's in the middle of the field, so he's not over the top of the receivers. If those receivers can break open and go get the ball, I think that's something that we can exploit right now.
2nd down and 2. Fracassi with the give. It's Schaefer, but he is met immediately at the line of scrimmage.
And Paul, that's something the receivers need to learn how to get off that block. They're playing the bump and run really tight. The defensive backs are doing a good job, but the offensive guys, our receivers, need to know they can use their hands in that 5 yards as well and shuck that guy to get open. But it's easier said than done. Definitely when you got a sophomore on a senior out there.
Pretty big 3rd down play here for the Lion offense. They're going to go 5 wide. Fracassi out of the gun. I like the play call, and he is going to be hit, but not until he picks up that 1st down, and he took a big shot.
Oh, he sure did. Ref immediately marked the forward progress and is calling the 1st down.
Yeah, we had a great look at it too over here, and I was pretty confident as long as the spot was good, we were good. But credit for Fracassi again. I thought that we may see that play. He was able to find the correct hole to get to the sticks, but man, not without paying the toll.
Yeah. Fracassi's taking some hits tonight, and he just keeps coming right back.
First and 10 for South Lyon, just on the other side of the Pinckney 40. Fracassi with another nice ball, and it's complete on the far sideline. And who else? Ian Goings.
Yes.
That was good concentration by Ian. Watch that ball all the way in. Connor threw it nice right to his back shoulder. Ian spun around. The defender never saw the ball, but he was blocking Ian's sight, and Ian able to come up with it.
He's had 3 catches now on this drive, and those last 2, very similar, that he's made it look very easy, and they are not, to be able to turn around like that with all that momentum and make a big play. Lions now with a 1st and 10 just outside the 20-yard line. Fracassi gives to Schaefer. We'll call it a gain of 3. And if someone might not have been clinging to his ankle, there might have been more there.
He was on his way to the 2nd level and just got dragged down there.
Well, that's going to be the final play of the 3rd quarter. Your score, the Pinckney Pirates 38, the South Lyon Lions 23, but the Lions on a drive. We'll be back with the 4th quarter in a moment. Give is to Schaefer. He's going to be met immediately. He's trying to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. I think he's going to lose a yard on that, making it 3rd down and 9 for South Lyon at the Pinckney 20.
We really need the offensive line to take note here and kind of impose their will on these guys. Big Trevor as a senior and lead those guys and get them fired up.
Big 3rd down play here for the Lion offense. Jack Schaefer, the deep back, behind Fracassi out of the pistol. Will Kelly, the wingman, stays into block, fires, intercepted, intended for Locke, and it's Nick Kane.
A one-man wrecking crew on both sides of the ball.
Huge defensive play for the Pirates inside their own red zone will stop a Lion drive. With exactly 11 minutes left to play in the fourth quarter, Pirates leading it 38-23. Ready, boy? 1st and 10 for the Pirates now, and here comes the jet sweep. Lions try and stretch it out, and a flag. I think that'll be a hold. Alex Wassel, the ball carrier for the Pirates. Well, Brian, I'll take it. I'm batting like 100 on the season.
Well,
so.
you got a streak going now.
Yeah, right.
1 in a row.
That'll back the Pirates up quite a bit because it's a spot foul. 1st down and 21 from inside their own 15-yard line. 10:37 and counting left in this fourth quarter. Pirates lead it by 15, 38-23. Pass complete to Nick Kane. Pickup of about 11 to get near the original line of scrimmage.
That's just a tough pass to cover. That slant inside with his speed. I'm just glad they got to him before he got too much yardage.
2nd down and 10. You're going to get a stoppage. Timeout on the field. South Lyon. That's their first, I believe. Lions use their first time out here the second half. 9:51 to play fourth quarter. Not much doing there as the Pirates go back to the ground game.
Yeah, and the Lions did a good job of penetrating, getting in their gaps, and just stuffing that play from the get-go.
Well, with this being a two-possession ball game here, boys, I mean, this is a massive 3rd down with the consideration of field position as well to get the defense off the field here with 9:20 and counting left to play in the fourth.
And you got to look for Nick Kane on this.
I agree.
You know, or Levi Collins, but the backfield's empty, so you got to look at they're going to be thrown over the middle.
5 wide for the Pirates. Ball at their own 25-yard line. Back to pass. Under pressure. Quarterback able to step up. Pick up the 1st down. Up around the 40-yard line. And that's Jack Werzer. Senior just stays calm. Saw you had enough room over there on the far side.
He did. He was in trouble. Mitch Camoris was running him down, and he just outran him and didn't have the help over there to get him before he got the 1st down.
8:46 and counting now as they move the chains. Pinckney will have it 1st and 10 at their own 40. .22. Sal Patinero or whatever. Sal Paterino.
If we keep putting Pinckney on our schedule, we're going to see that kid for a while. He's a sophomore for Pinckney. You know, this team went to the second round of the playoffs last year and returned 18 kids. So, you know, they just got a great team here to, and not trying to make any excuses. Our kids have been playing well. It's just giving up that big play.
There he is again, Paterino. They'll have a first down into Lion territory, marked at about the 42-yard line. I had not realized he was a sophomore. I did know that the Pirates had a great year last year, you know, as in regards to the history of their program. I did not know as many of those people were returning, and that makes all the sense in the world now to see why they're off to a pretty good start in what's a pretty respectable conference.
It may show you a little bit what we got ahead in our future.
Werzer with the give. That's Paterino again. Lions will hold them to about 2 there.
That was number 67. Josh Repo's in on that tackle.
Yeah, it was. Good to see Josh getting in there and making some plays. I like that, Paul. Oh, they're going to try and hit it, the skinny post, and he's there. Number 1, Nick Kane. Looks like the Lion player may be shaken up.
Yeah, that's Ronnie Menard. Got back and made the tackle on him, and I don't know what his issue was last week, if it's a re-injury or he's looking at his left leg right now.
I hope not. We'll step out for a quick break. 6:19 to play, fourth quarter. Lions trail the Pirates 38-23. Ronnie Menard able to get off under his own power. Looked like it hopefully was just a cramp. 6:15 and counting now, fourth quarter. Pirates inside the line, red zone, and in for the touchdown, number 20, Levi Collins.
Yeah, that's that 195-pound locomotive we talked about earlier. He's just overpowering guys right now.
Great point, Paul. I mean, we've seen his speed, and if he's able to get into the open field at all like he was there, I mean, unless you got your legs chopping, you're signing up for a bus ride. An impressive performance offensively by this Pinckney team really all night. Extra point is up, and it is good. So with 6:06 left in the fourth, the Pirates lead the Lions 45-23. Number 52, Zach DeRourke on to kickoff for the Pirates. Deep to return for the Lions, number 5, Ian Goings. Liner going to be fielded by Schaefer at the 30, and he's got a nice little return across the 40 to the 43. Looked like Alan Trammell over there at shortstop. Just hit, boom, right at him. Nice scoop.
Yeah, he cooked it short, I think, trying to avoid either Goins or Dancer down there, and Schaefer grabbed it and got a little momentum going there, almost broke through that line.
Lions will have some pretty good field position here to get things started. First and 10 at their own 43-yard line.
I love that, Dan. I love the Alan Trammell. I always feel like the old guy up here with you, and then you pull out an Alan Trammell on me. I like it.
I try to transcend generation. I'm trying to bring it all together here. Lions will go trips to the near side. Dancer the nearest, number 2. Brendan Locke. And I think Goings, as Kelly goes in motion, a bad snap. Fracassi wisely just jumps on it. Loss of 10 on the play.
Not sure what happened on that one. The snap didn't look like that was that bad. Maybe Connor wasn't ready for it.
.528 counting to play here in the 4th. Five wide, looking for Will Kelly. Oh, nearly had him on kind of a almost like a wheel route there. He kind of swung outside and then took off upfield. I think it snuck up on him there.
Yeah, he was lined up in the slot. I mean, that was the play. He ran a little bit of a delay. The outside receiver crossed over to the middle, and Will slipped in behind him, but I don't think he saw the ball until the last second.
I think you're right. 5:14 left on the clock here in the 4th quarter. Lions looking at 3rd down and 20. Timeout on the field. South Lyon their second. 5:14 left to play in the 4th. Lions trail 45-23. Lions come out of the timeout, out of the gun. Quick pass to the far side. Looks like 81 Brendan Locke. Lions will face a 4th down and long, bringing up a punting situation. Nice punt there from Will Kelly. He'll be fielded at the 32-yard line and ran out of bounds by Nick Kane. 4:33 remaining in the 4th quarter, and the Pinckney offense will come back on the field. They lead it 45-23. Give to the tailback. Looks like number 10, Ethan Stinson.
Got a new quarterback in, Ryan Hannafin, a junior.
Oh, good eye, Brian. Makes it 2nd down and 8 for the Pirates. Tripped up nicely there. Is that Repos? Yeah. Nice job there by Josh getting through. Makes it 3rd down and 10. Give to Stinson again. He'll be met at the line of scrimmage. 55.
Good job.
Yep. Makes it 4th down for the Pirates. Punting situation.
Probably Collage. I got that wrong.
Levi Collins back to punt for the Pirates. Deep to return for South Lyon is Michael Dancer. High hanger. Wisely, fair catch, and then he just let it go, which was also wise because he had over pursued it a little bit.
He would have had a circus catch on that one and made a good decision there.
2:09 left in the fourth. Lions will take over at their own 25.5-yard line. They trail the Pirates 45-23. Fracassi back, fires, incomplete, intended for Michael Dancer. Nice coverage there by Alex Wazel. Oh, pass incomplete, intended for number 9, James Haddock.
And he was running before he caught it. Wide open, and looked like he could have got the first down there.
2 minutes even left on the game clock here in the fourth at Pinckney High School. Alongside Paul Zarate and Brian McPhee, I'm Dan Pelchat. Matt Boyer on camera. We thank you very much for joining us on this LVCSports.com presentation of South Lyon Lions football. Fracassi back to pass. Looks to buy some time now and going to air it out. He's got a man. It's Haddock. Or I'm sorry, Ian Goings. The 5 and the 9 look the same to me.
Yeah.
Great adjustment on the ball at Ian Goings. Just, I was aware of his running ability. I guess maybe I haven't seen him catch the ball like this.
He never takes his eye off it, and he's always in right position, it seems like.
Fires intended for Dancer, incomplete.
Well, this is a situation you're looking for little signs of improvement. And if you watch Connor this series, he's had a lot of pressure on him, but he's stepped up in the pocket, remained calm, and delivered some good balls. That's another ball that maybe should have been caught. So it's impressive the way he keeps his head in the game.
I thought that ball had a little extra zip on it too there, Paul. Tough throw to the outside pylon, Minute 37 left to go in this one. 2nd and 10 for the Lions, just outside the Pirate 20. Fracassi fires, incomplete. Broken up by number 24. Was it? Fracassi rolls to the near side, fires, incomplete. They're going to get a flag. Pass was intended for Michael Dancer. 1:27 left on the game clock here in the fourth quarter.
That was a pretty easy call to make. I'm not even sure the ball was catchable, to be honest. But when you bring down a receiver like that, you're going to get that flag every time.
play near the 10-yard line of the first round for South Lyon.
First and 10 for the Lions from just outside the 10-yard line. Throw to the fade route, incomplete. Another flag. That one was intended for Brendan Locke on the far side. Personal foul against the Lions.
Not sure where that happened, if it was in the trenches, and Lions just getting a little frustrated in there or what, but
I got to assume you're right, Brian. Yeah, it looked like that's where the flag was thrown. Ball thrown to Will Kelly, and I think he had it. It is a catch inside the 1-yard line. Great individual effort by Will to reel that in.
Yep, and you only need 1 foot, so looks like he got one in and dragged, and the ref was right there. Pinckney fans didn't like it.
Step it up, defense!
Second down now from the just outside the 2-yard line. Believe it or not, the Lions can get a first down, but it is deep inside the 1-yard line. Snap fumbled. Percassi able to pick it up, maybe make something out of it. Brendan Locke, touchdown Lions. Way to finish.
That was a great catch by Brendan. He stretched out all 6'4" of them there. And Fracassi did a great job keeping focused on looking downfield.
Makes it 45-29 with 1:11 on the clock here in the fourth. Number 10, Connor Harris, will be on for the extra point. Extra point is up and good. Your score, the Pinckney Pirates 45, the South Lyon Lions 30 with 1:11 to play in the fourth. Connor Harris on to kick off for the Lions. Hard onside kick will be recovered by the Pirates at their own 41-yard line.
Well, Dan, as we look back at this game, again, it was the big play. You know, we got basically a 2-score difference, 15 points. And you had the kick return. There's one. We had an interception down on the goal line when we were going in. This is a closer game than the score looks. It shows up there. And again, just showing the potential that this team has. And one of these weekends, it's going to get untapped.
I agree. And I mean, honestly, even you throw out the individual performance from Nick Kane, too. I mean, the kick return, the double pass, touchdown. I mean, that was huge. That game, it was still a tight game at that point in time.
Oh, sure was. And probably our best first half that we've played all year. It was unfortunate to end on a big play like that.
Pinckney will hit a kneel down there, number 5, Jack Werzer. Impressive game by number 5 over there, too. not to try and rank the teams that we've seen so far this year, but the Pirates really impressed me tonight, as did Lakeland last week. I felt like Walled Lake Northern was a playoff team or right on the bubble. So, I mean, the Lions have certainly not been blessed with the cupcake schedule.
No, they haven't. And they're, it almost seemed I don't want to say we got a JV team playing a varsity schedule, but we got juniors and first-year varsity players playing against experienced varsity players.
Yep. That's a great way to sum it up.
We're getting better every week. It's still, we got to get rid of that big play that we give up.
Your final score here tonight from Pinckney High School, the Pinckney Pirates 45, your South Lyon Lions 30. Stick around. We'll have a quick post-game show with our Toughy Tough guy and Pins player of the game. And we'll look ahead to next week as we're home in the jungle taking on the Milford Mavericks. We'll be back. Well, guys, that wraps up a tough trip out here to Pinckney. I think you were right, Brian, earlier in the broadcast. That first half was probably the best first half we've been able to put together so far this year. But give credit to Pinckney. That is a very talented football team we saw here tonight on their home turf.
Yeah, their skill positions are very good. They got a big line out there to give the quarterback some time. I mean, there were times that it looked like we had a coverage out there but they just had it all day long. And their skill players really just outplayed ours.
Well, we'll look for our Toughy Tough guy tonight, and this individual threw us a little curveball here in the first half as well, changing up his number, but our Toughy Tough guy tonight.
Yeah, David Rendy. We've been calling his number all year long. He's a solid linebacker out there, and tonight he just had a really good game out there. And we said the first half we were wondering who number 61 was, and he changed up from 41 to 61. So congratulations to David Rendy as our Toughy Tough guy of the game.
I agree. Paul, we'll move on over to you, buddy. And first off, let me just tell you what a great addition to the team you were this evening. I was a little nervous. We hadn't done a three-man broadcast team in a long time, and not that it went bad the last time. It can be a little bit tough, and I felt like the chemistry went really good tonight.
Yeah, no, it was a lot of fun. I love it. It's just like sitting in a living room watching a football game, right, and talking about it. So it's a good time.
Well, we love to have you, and we'll hopefully have you for a while now.
Yeah, sure thing. Great. Thing.
Well, your thoughts on tonight's game, and of course our Pins player of the game.
Yeah, no, the Lions continue to play hard, right? I mean, let's take that last touchdown, right, where we didn't give up, even though we had a penalty there, forced us back, and it was a good note to end on. But like Brian said, I mean, the skilled players, the trio of Kane, Collins, and Werzer from Pinckney, just a little bit overpowering for us tonight.
I would agree.
And, the Pins player of the game, I think there was a couple standout performances tonight, but we're going to give it to Jack Schaefer. Jack came in kind of when we needed it, right?
Yeah.
We were down there at the end of the first half, and Jack took the ball out of the backfield and carrying guys with them all the way down the field, and it was really a spark that we needed at that time. So congratulations to Jack.
Yeah.
Great effort tonight.
It was a great effort by Jack. Congratulations, guys. And so we'll take a quick look ahead to next week. The Lions are back home into the friendly confines of the jungle. An interesting storyline you guys may not know. The head coach at Milford is a South Lyon alumni and was actually a member of the 96 team. He was the quarterback. They went undefeated and were upset in the first round by Trenton. He's a good friend of mine, Dan Novak, and so I'm really looking forward to those guys coming in. I know they're taking some lumps over there at Milford this season too, and but don't get it confused. When Dan comes back as a visitor to the jungle on the other team, we'll be rooting for the Lions.
Sure will. Yeah, they got a couple of guys over there that have some Lion history, and when they step across the line there, they're going to be representing their colors, and we're going to be rooting against them.
That's right. So, well, we hope to see you guys out there at the jungle. We got a little taste of summer here late in the season here in week 4 finally, because it's been chilly these first 3 weeks. And so hopefully we'll have some nice weather. If you're in town next week, we got the Pumpkin Fest on Saturday. So hopefully we'll have a great football game for you guys on Friday night at the jungle. And with that, for Paul Zarate, Brian McPhee, I'm Dan Pelchat, Matt Boyer on camera. Remember, folks, it's a great day to be living in America, and we'll see you next time.